I heard about this earlier this week. A leaked rant from a Campbell's executive about 3D printed meat, poor people, and racism. It's genuinely fucked up.
So tonight, new and intense scrutiny for a top exec at Campbell's Soup who's accused of saying some pretty wild stuff, like that the meat in the soup is bioengineered from a 3D printer.
I heard this on the radio and thought it was satire. Bioengineered 3D printed meat sounds like fucked up sci-fi, not something people actually eat.
And allegedly going on an offensive and in some case racist rant. It's all because a former employee who's suing the company says he secretly recorded Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin.
Look at his title, CISO. That's the security guy, not chef. If he's leaking this, it makes the whole story way more believable.
Bally during what that worker describes as an hour-long tirade. We've got the recording, and we want to warn you here, it's pretty harsh. Listen.
This audio will be rough and uncomfortable. You know it's about to get weird.
We have poor people.
He really said the quiet part out loud. That's class warfare, not food criticism. He fucking hates the customers as much as the soup.
Who buys our so healthy? Now that I know what the in it. Even in a can of soup, I look at it, look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
Feels like utopia fan fiction. Synthetic proteins, population control, terrified executive. If he won't eat his own product, that's a gigantic fucking red flag.
In the lawsuit, the former employee also alleges Bally made racist remarks about Indian workers, calling them idiots. When he reported the tirade to company management, he was terminated in retaliation.
Whistleblower speaks up. Suddenly he's fired for performance. He reports the rant and then, boom, gone. That timing is sketchy as hell.
Allegedly for complaining about that alleged behavior. Campbell's has not confirmed the statements to NBC, but did say that if they were made, they do not reflect the company's values. NBC News also reached out to Bally, but haven't heard back. Let's bring in Camila Bernal. Camila, this is just what we played is just a little bit of this, right? There's more to these allegations?
There's many more of these allegations, and I also...
How is there more? We already have 3D printed meat and hating poor people. Every new detail feels like another layer of absolutely cursed bullshit.
Also read through the lawsuit, and what this former employee says is that this all happened over a conversation about his salary. He said,
Imagine asking for a raise and your boss spirals into a rant about bioengineered soup. That's not negotiation, that's a full-on freak-out. Completely fucked.
As they sat down about a year ago to talk through all of these things, and that's when he began speaking badly about the company, saying things like this was processed food and saying this was for poor people, as you heard there on that recording. And like you mentioned, this goes on for a while, and I want you to listen to more of that conversation.
Everybody thinks our recipes are like crown jewels or not.
He's shredding the brand himself. Good on TV. But behind the scenes, he calls the recipe cheap process shit. That's straight marketing suicide.
But no, it's the process. It's the process that makes the food, you know? The ingredients.
Listen to that background hum. It sounds like a hallway or cafeteria. It makes the rant feel dangerous, like anyone passing by could overhear it.
Are in a back of the can.
So not only does he talk about the food, but this lawsuit also alleges that this VP went on to talk about employees at the company, and the lawsuit alleges that they're racist comments. Take a listen to those comments.
They couldn't think for the
That jump from conspiracy talk to outright racist garbage is disgusting. Calling an entire group of workers idiots isn't edgy, it's career-ending, lawsuit-baiting bullshit.
So clearly there was no filter during this conversation. The former employee also alleges that the executive admitted to going to the office high on edibles.
I was high on edibles is such a pathetic defense. Being baked doesn't magically erase racist shit, it just makes your excuses sound even dumber.
I mean, again, this goes on and on about a number of different things here. And apparently the former employee reported all of this to his manager. He says that some time went on and he...
The B-roll is killing me. Cozy, there for you, always soup shots over racist high-at-work executives. That contrast is darkly hilarious as hell.
Wasn't encouraged to go to HR, and so he got fired. And what he's saying now is that he believes his firing was retaliation for him coming forward. And
he went to his manager, not HR, and nothing happened. How many people heard this and shrugged until a lawsuit appeared?
Speaking out about all of this, Hallie.
Camila, we talked a little bit about some of what we heard from Campbell's on these alleged comments here. What else is this former employee, this former worker saying?
Well, first of all, I want to go back to what Campbell's is saying, because what they're saying is that they use 100% chicken. They say it's USDA-approved. They go over the list and essentially say that all of this, that this current employee said was false. They also, I want to note, have this employee on leave while they investigate all of this. So he has not been fired yet, but he is on leave. And I want to read part of the statement that Campbell's put out where they say, we are proud of the food that we make, the people who make.
Read the statement carefully. We are honored by the trust and corporate fluff, but nothing denying his voice or the firing. Those omissions feel intentional.
And the high quality ingredients that we use. We know that millions of people use Campbell's products, and we are honored by the trust they put in us. The comments made about our food are completely inaccurate and absurd. So again, they also emphasize that the employee who made these comments, the vice president, works in cybersecurity in IT, and so
He's just IT. He doesn't know soup. Ingredients, sure. But IT definitely knows when cost-cutting and weird new tech roll in.
they say he has nothing to do with the making of the actual food. On the other hand, you have this former employee who, of course, is suing, but who also says that essentially this was extremely emotional and really damaging for him, not just emotionally, but financially as well. Talks about being embarrassed and just being put out on the spot, essentially, for all of this, when he alleges that all he wanted to do was come out and tell the truth. I want to read part of his statement and what he's saying now. He says, this situation has been very hard on Robert. This is from his attorney. He says he thought Campbell's would be thankful that he reported Martin's behavior, but instead he was abruptly fired. We look forward to obtaining justice for Robert. So as this lawsuit plays out in court, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Campbell has not verified the audio. We have not been able to verify the audio, but again, those allegations are really alarming.
Camila Bernal.
Discovery on this case could be insane. Maybe we learn if the 3D printers are real. Either way, I'm never trusting canned soup shit again.